Doesn't that?
You think it seems quiet?
Yeah, I don't know. Good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, don't you think it sounded quiet?
I don't know.
The little
I'm
intro thing?
confused. Oh,
I
the
don't know.
intro. I don't
Well,
know.
Phil told me he's not going to watch this morning because he said,
Phil.
he said he only watches because he felt like he had to. I know. Where's the support? Where's the love? I told him.
Need support.
I said, fine, don't. I said, fine, don't watch me.
Hold on, I need to
well,
show this real fast. You keep talking.
okay. Well, and I told him that we were going to talk about a lot more mom stuff today, so I think he was like,
Oh, so he was like,
peace
bored?
out. Yeah, he's like, I'm not interested. Did you see my shirt, though? Oh, let me go this way. It says, Mom, Mommy, Mom, bruh. And what's funny is so Phil got me this shirt for Mother's Day. I don't know if I wore it or not before, but, Parker now just calls me bruh because he's like, he'll be 7 next month.
Stop.
I know. I told Phil that last night. I was laying in bed and I go, Parker's going to be 7 next month. That's crazy. So my friend he's almost 5, but he just now started calling her mom. He went from mommy.
Oh, mommy.
And he was like, mommy, mommy. And then now he's like, hey, mom. And she's like, oh, don't. And I go, oh, just wait till it's like, yo, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The bruh's my favorite.
Oh, my gosh. And I'm like,
really
you
is.
need to remember who you're talking to. Have a little respect,
Yeah.
Another
Mom,
word I'm not fan of as he gets older is no. He has started, does Alex do that? He straight up looks me dead in the eyes and he goes, no. Because I'm like, hey, pick up your shoes. No.
Okay,
Which
he doesn't
that's
do that.
a little much. He doesn't say no to that. He better not say no to that. But
Andrew says no to that. Andrew, you take your shoes off? No.
Okay, well, that's different because he's
like,
2.
Get your shoes.
I'm trying to think of what Parker said no to me about.
crushing my
Like turn it off, like turn off the TV or something but he never, I don't know. He never he just goes, no. But
Oh, yeah,
anyways,
they do.
but it's a slippery slope. I can't think of anything right now. I probably should have made a note of that. But can you take your shoe off and show us your shoes? So you got them at Target.
RJ.
Uh-oh, are they stuck?
No. I have big feet. Just so everyone knows.
Oh, are you scared to show your Look how cute these are.
Right?
I love those. Little rhinestone cowgirl. I'm kidding. It's not cowgirl. It's not cowgirl. But yeah, I don't know if you can see the little side thingies or
They're
whatever, but they are
adorable.
so cute.
I love me some new shoes.
Well, yeah, I was going to say I could tell they're new. They look nice. So
Yeah.
they're still available at Target then?
Yes, available on Target and online.
This is a Target ad. No, I'm kidding. Well, I used to have very comfy Birkenstocks, and my dog chewed them.
That's why I'm afraid to get a dog.
Yeah?
Because I feel like the dog would just...
Yeah,
eat
he can be a real treat sometimes. So, anyways.
Birkenstocks are from Target.
What's from Target? Your socks?
My knockoff Birkenstocks.
Oh, your knockoff Birkenstocks.
They're leopard.
Okay, but listen, I do need to probably just get a knockoff next time because maybe I wore them a lot, but I felt like they wore down really quickly. You know what I mean?
I've had mine for 2 years. And
I know
they're still kicking.
I know my Birkenstocks were kind of old too. So I mean, I was like, well, good riddance. But at the same time, I still wore them. And then he goes, oh, hey, you took it because I took a nap. It was like a Sunday afternoon. And it's hard for me to take a nap on a Sunday afternoon because the whole family's there. And I'm like, okay, I got to think about where's the baby? Where's the dog? What's Parker doing? And so that's why. So I woke up from a nap and Phil goes, hi, how was your nap? Frank ate your shoes. And I'm like, this is why I can't take a nap. Because I'm always on alert whenever Frank's around. He's like a toddler. And if he's quiet, it's like, what's he chewing on? But what's been the worst lately? Which I feel like he's doing it for attention or something lately. But whenever Lane, he'll be chewing on stuff and he drops it. Oh, Frank's like,
Goner?
score. Oh yeah. We just got him this little toy thing from, it's from Amazon, but it was like $7. It's not a big deal, but he loved that thing and he chewed on it all the time. And then he dropped it and I didn't realize it. And then Parker came in and he goes, Mom, Frank was chewing on this. I'm like, this dog, but he's only a year and a half old. So I need to sign him back up for doggy training. I tried to do doggy training when he was like a puppy, like 10 weeks old or something, but that didn't work. So anyways, shifting gears. I planned dinner. I have dinner ideas. I am tired of trying to figure out what's for dinner every night.
Yes, I feel like every single day I'm like,
I feel like
here's your mac and cheese. I'll go crazy.
I know, or like a grilled cheese sandwich, or Parker is pizza rolls, or a corn dog.
I don't know why he won't eat mac and cheese.
Well, I think I told you this, that he got burned out on it a long time ago.
Oh, that's right.
And it was the Aunt, what is the organic one?
The Annie's.
Aunt Annie's or something.
Yeah,
or
Auntie.
I'm getting it confused with the pretzel place.
I was about to be like, what's the pretzel place called?
Annie Ann's. Annie Ann's, the pretzel place?
Annie Ann's, right?
Okay. But anyways, it was the organic, mac and cheese or whatever. And he, I think the babysitter he had whenever he was little, she fed it to him a lot.
She put weird milk in it.
Well,
one time.
And she was very organic and stuff. We say we're not organic.
Remember when I made the mac and cheese and I told you that I put too much milk?
No? What are you talking about?
We were on the phone and I put too much milk and I said, oh my gosh, I just butchered this mac and cheese. Was that not you?
No, probably not.
I feel like we just talk all the time, so
you just assumed it was me.
But
what happened? How much milk did you put in there?
I don't know, but it was too much because for some reason I glanced at the box. I've made mac and cheese a million bajillion times, and I glanced at the box, and I don't know what happened. But all of a sudden I looked at the box, and I'm like, pretty sure I put in way too much. So then I was putting in shredded cheese.
I was going to say,
try to soak it up.
Dairy, do it.
The boys were like, we're not eating this.
Oh.
And then one time I put vanilla almond milk in it because that's the only milk I had. And I was like,
that probably tastes
boys,
weird.
It's so delicious. Eat it. And I was getting hints of like vanilla. And I was like, it's so delicious. Where's the salt? Like, the salt.
Yeah, that's probably not the best.
It was a mom feel.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, but you'd think you'd be a pro by now. Was it a new recipe or something?
No.
Or a new box?
Maybe it was.
I feel like I can make it with my eyes closed.
I know.
Splash, little
when
of
it's
this,
just
little
like
of that.
good old Kraft mac and cheese, I don't even have to look at the directions. But I don't remember what box this was, but I was like, oh yeah, this is how much. And then all of a sudden I'm like, why is this so soupy? Like, what's happening?
But that's happened to me before where my mind is somewhere else and I'm like, and then I start to make it and then I'm like, what am I doing? So yeah, I've had that before. So I have to struggle. I struggle every night. And poor Phil comes home and he's like, hey, so what are we eating? And I'm like, I don't know. And the thing is too, you have to figure it out in the morning whenever it involves meat because you have to like lay the meat out. And so because all my chicken's frozen and my meat's frozen. And so I'm like, okay, I have to like lay the chicken out. Well, of course I never plan ahead. So I'm like, enough's enough. So I created like a Google Calendar because I work in the G Drive a lot, and that way it's everywhere. So if I need to look at it at the store or whatever.
Look at you.
Well, and my friend had the idea. Now she's the one with 5 kids, right? So she said assign each day of the week like a different category of food. So
I've thought about doing that.
So like American, Mexican, like Chinese, breakfast, Italian, all that stuff. And so what I did was I went down. I'm still working on it, but and then I made another tab of like what my American options are. And then what are my Mexican options and my Italian options. So then I'm going to go down every like week. And then on Wednesday, it's breakfast night. And then it's like, okay, are we having like French toast or, you know what I mean? Or like just bacon and eggs and all that stuff and toast or whatever.
That's a good idea.
So, and then I need to have now where I have like the ingredients because I need to make sure I have all the ingredients for said things. Mm-hmm. So a friend of mine shared I say a friend of mine, but it was a girl I work with, but she shared it was like a Mexican beef recipe or something, but it's like ground beef and she put like onion, what am I trying to say? Chopped up onions or whatever in there. And then chicken broth and a little bit of water and then rice, like just minute rice.
Oh yeah, to soak it up.
And then soak it all up and let it cook. And then she added like her taco seasoning and then salsa and chili sauce, and then corn. and I'm sure you could throw in like some black beans, and then also what are those diced up chilies, the little green ones? Yeah.
Jalapenos?
No, what are those called? I just got a can of them.
Diced green chilies.
Thank you. Yes, diced green chilies. I blanked. So anyways, you throw all those in there. So, and I thought, but I don't know what to eat with it. Do you just like eat it with a spoon?
Is that kind of like what I made that one night?
I know,
No,
but does
there's
yours
just
have rice in
No,
it?
there was no rice in it.
I know, because you talking about the chicken enchilada thing. So I've got that on my list too.
You haven't made it yet?
I haven't made it. I haven't even made, I loved it whenever you put your chicken in the crock pot and then you put the taco seasoning, a ranch packet.
Always.
And then the cream
cheese,
salsa you put in there. Anyways, I haven't even made that
shred it
yet
up.
because I'm going to use that. I'm going to shred that up and make the chicken quesadillas is what I'm going to do there. So anyways, I'm hoping this will work. Another problem I have is Sunday after church. I never have a meal planned. And so every Sunday we get out of church and we're like, what are we going to eat? And they all look at me, and it's like, true. But it gets expensive whenever you eat out all the time.
It does. Well, yeah.
So anyways.
Try feeding 3 small children.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
Well, and the Happy Meal thing, Parker, he used to eat all of his Happy Meal.
Why are Happy Meals so expensive?
They are so expensive. It's because of that stupid toy. It's because of the toy, and then they end up throwing the toy away. So, or it just gets lost in his room.
Oh,
and
no.
Then,
Oh, no. We don't throw our McDonald's toys away.
Do you have like a collection?
Yeah, because Alex, he loves collecting weird crap. And so last night we were all outside and Jason was over and Amber was over and Jason like walked down the sidewalk and he's like, hey Megan, I'm pretty sure I just found like 8 Happy Meal toys.
Oh no.
I was like, what? Like there's no Happy Meal toys out here. And he just...
Really?
And he's like, who wants them? I was like, you can just...
See, whenever, well, I hope Parker's not watching this, but whenever he looks away, I'm like, beep.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that lately. I'm like, oh, another Star Wars?
Yeah, or if it's not open, I donate it. Because I'm like, maybe somebody collects these or, you know what I mean? I don't know. But they are kind of expensive. So,
Oh, crap.
And, it's just hard, though. It's like eating out, and there's not very many. I love Rogersville, but there's not that many places to choose from.
Should we go over it? The audience, those that don't live in Rogersville.
Yeah.
We've got Subway. We've got...
Gosh, I forget about Subway.
We've got T-Bell. We've got
which
Mickey
is always a
D's.
classic. And
Sky
KFC.
Dragon. Oh, yeah.
And KFC
Taco
with
Bell, KFC.
With Taco Bell, yeah.
I worked there in high school.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
So you know how. So see, you know how to. That's why you know about the chicken quesadilla where you add more sauce. Or is it more sauce or less sauce? What do you
I
do?
more jalapeno sauce.
Okay, but then you do extra chicken too?
Yes, that's because if I'm like really hungry, but I don't want to get multiple things because it's Taco Bell and it's gonna make me feel sick afterwards. So I just get a quesadilla. Can I have some extra chicken? They always pause too after I ask, like, what is this girl's problem?
Really?
I'm like, just put my extra chicken on the quesadilla and let me go, please.
Yeah. Like, don't question
Let me drive.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
But then we have Sky Dragon.
Yes. Oh, and it's
Chinese.
Good.
Sky Dragon is pretty good.
It's good, yeah.
And then we've got Cozumel.
Oh, it's good too.
Cozumel is a fan favorite.
Now this is making me feel really bad because I'm like, crap, we do have a lot of options. Well, we have quite a few options for a little town.
Feeding that many people.
Very true.
Cozumel or Sky Dragon.
Well, and it just, you don't want to eat out too much, and then it's like, ugh. You know what I mean? Now, Sonic.
Absolutely.
Sonic makes it easy.
Oh, Sonic. We've got Sonic too.
I know, but it makes it easy with their app, I mean, I place my order, and then I pull right into a stall, and they bring it out. I feel like royalty,
Oh my gosh.
I mean.
The good old Sonic.
I'm serious. Oh, they know me by name. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. They're like, oh, Cassie's back. Yeah, with my lemonade. I get a large lemonade with easy ice.
Get a large lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Every day. Almost every day. I'm trying to cut back. It's hard.
What about you? Look at me. I can't stop with these things.
Oh man, are they? I don't know I don't know that I would like them.
I love it's mimosa.
So
it's delicious.
Does it have alcohol?
No, but like it's the flavor.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And it's so good.
Listen, I'm on the bare bottom of my Energize, beach body, and I'm like, I asked for the shipment. I'm like, ship today.
Yeah,
because I'm like,
I was like, oh thank God.
I know, literally, I don't know
like
that I've got
2
enough.
scoops
I think I've got, this is it, and then I've got maybe one more scoop, and that's
mine's
it.
at the part where like the little indentation around it. Mm-hmm. If it's so today, I'm just gonna grab the cup. I'm just gonna smack it together.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna have to do too. But anyways, so I don't know. We'll see how the dinner thing works. Oh, so back to Sunday. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest one. Oh, crock pot season is coming. Hallelujah. Yes.
Finally. I need to get a new crock pot. I'm broke.
I need to get better at crock pot meals because again, it's the preparation that I struggle with because I struggle in the mornings and I'm trying to, get the boys out the door and all that stuff. And I work from home. I have no excuse.
Well,
I have no excuse.
I don't know what I'm going to do, like, come August because...
Oh, true, because you're going to be out of the house.
Yeah, having preparation.
Okay. No, but it's all about the night before, right? I mean, you gotta.
Have you met me?
You gotta figure that out though. The night before, get all your ingredients in place, and then the morning of, have it all sit out right next. And I'm saying this like I do it. I don't do it. I'm just saying. I'm mentoring myself right now.
What did you do whenever you worked from here?
I mean, again, I have never really done the crock pot thing.
Exactly. So
now I will say, I would usually, whenever I worked from here and I'd just go home like during lunchtime, I would figure it out at lunch and I would think ahead and go, okay, what am I going to do for dinner? But maybe because I work at home all day, it like slips my mind until like 4:00. And then I go, crap, what am I going to make for dinner? But I've got quite a few crock pot recipes, but I'm lazy in the morning and I never put them in the crock pot. So I'm trying to do better.
I just got too many people in my house.
But she's right. It's really getting to that crock pot season where you can crock pot every meal, especially church. So over in the wintertime, my friend, again, the one that has 5 kids, she gives me so many ideas because she's got a family of 7 that she's, and her kids can throw down some food. They're like this big, but they eat
they're all older, right?
Yes. Her oldest one will be 16. He will be 16 in December. Well, actually, December 31st.
How old was she when you started having kids?
20. That sounds right. 20 or 21.
18.
Yeah, 20 or 21. But yeah, she's like, and they just bought him a car. And she goes, oh, my firstborn is, getting ready to drive. And then you have a 4-month-old. I'm like, yeah, real cute. So anyways.
That's why you start early.
With the crock pot. Okay, so we make, potato soup. She goes, make potato soup in bulk. And
freeze it.
And then freeze it. And that's what I did. I got those big 5-gallon, whatever, Ziploc bags. And I put them all in the freezer. And then she said Sunday mornings, before you go to church, get it out. And then put it in your crock pot. And then go to church and come back. And you got hot soup.
For some reason, I'm like get nervous leaving my crock pot on when I leave the house for
many
hours.
Yeah, I'm a little like that too. I will admit. I'm like
okay, so I have to be
but
at
if you
the
get
school
a new
at 8:30.
But if you get a new crock pot, you'd be fine.
I really hope so. I had like the tiny one like for so many years, like the little ones.
I have a little bitty one for like dips and sauces.
No,
and
it was
stuff.
bigger than that.
Oh, okay.
But then I got a
one.
big one.
Yeah.
And they both broke at the same time.
Oh, lovely.
Like,
but yeah, you've got to have one.
Everything.
I mean, I just use my crock pot because I made mac and cheese. Did I tell you I made mac and cheese like from scratch? I mean, not the noodles, obviously.
Didn't eat it?
No, he did not. But he helped me make it. I think I talked about this because we shredded the white cheddar and the sharp cheddar, and then I added all the stuff, and then I put the panko breadcrumbs. Mm-hmm. Yum. Like it was like finger licking good stuff. So we'll see how my little calendar works out. I don't know. Well, I don't know. And so Phil, I showed him last night, and then he goes, well, are you going to throw in like a Phil wild card? I'm a creature of habit, and I just like to stay, and I don't like to go outside my comfort zone. Phil likes to let's mix it up. And I'm like, oh, no, that's not on the schedule. We are not supposed to mix it up. And he's like, let's throw in a wild card. It's fine. So he's like, yeah, put a Phil wild card on the calendar.
Are you gonna cook it then?
Oh, he will, yeah, because he enjoys doing it from time to time.
If he's gonna cook it, that way, then that day you can be like, I don't have to cook dinner.
Exactly.
It's not on me.
Exactly.
It's on somebody else.
And he hasn't been cooking outside and he hardly ever cooks inside. He likes to use his things outside,
All of his grills?
Yes, he's got 3. He's got a Traeger, which is a smoker, and then he's got a grill, because I made him buy the grill because I wanted a grilled hamburger, and then he has the Blackstone. And he likes getting out there. He's literally like a chef out there. But it's been so hot. He does sometimes he does, but he has a Chiefs apron. Yeah, it's Chiefs.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. But so he hasn't been cooking outside because it's been so hot, and so we've been cooking a lot of the meals inside. But he wants me to throw a wild card one in there. So, but again, he's going to have to prepare, so he's going to have to tell me.
Well, if
in
he
advance.
does hibachi, you just let me know and I'll be there.
I know. In fact, so we were going to I laid all the stuff out for him to make hibachi a couple weeks ago, and then he got caught up. It was a Sunday, and he had to go up to Evangel to do something for work. And so he came back super late, and I'm like, hello, like all this hibachi food. So I made the hibachi in the kitchen. Like, I just like was like, all right, I've never done this, but here we go. And like, I chopped up my chicken, and then there's this very teriyaki. I think it may be like a marinade or something, but I just like put it in there. Oh, it was so good. Oh, it was so good. And the noodles at the hibachi place, you know, do you like
yeah.
oh my gosh.
I usually go more for the rice though.
Okay, the rice,
lots
yes.
of carbs.
Yes. Well, oh, true. But the rice isn't carb. That's right. The rice is
carbs.
I was thinking of gluten. I was like, oh, rice doesn't have gluten. Ignore me. I thought you said you go for the rice because it's too many carbs.
No, because the noodles are too carby.
I know, but that's the best part.
I know, and don't get me wrong. If I go to hibachi, like if I go to Hinode, you best bet I'm
tearing it up.
Noodles.
Yes,
if there's some.
See, Parker will eat those noodles at the hibachi place. I know.
So is it just mac and cheese?
Literally just mac and cheese.
Didn't you have spaghetti last night?
Sure did, and he ate it all up. He went like, I mean, it was gone. So it's the mac and the cheese. He just doesn't like them together. So how we made the hibachi at the house. It's just spaghetti noodles. I thought for the longest time, because it tastes so good, I was like, these can't just be spaghetti noodles. Phil used to work at Hinode in Springfield, so he knew a guy that was a chef at Hinode.
I can picture. Was he a cook?
No, I think he was like a busboy or something like that.
I would be like, I could totally picture Phil.
No,
in the little square.
Oh no,
chopping up and flipping, and
he could. Well, he probably
do the onion.
He probably could now. Yeah, he probably could now, I think. But the guy said it's like just regular noodles, and I think it's like garlic butter that you toss in there, and then of course soy sauce, and then I put that very teriyaki, and it's got like little sesame seeds in it. Oh, so good. It is like delicious, and it turned out really good. It really did. So I'll let you know. I'll check back. It's all about preparing. That's what I'm trying to do, is prepare before, so that I can get them all lined up.
I am not good at, which I need to, because I'm going to have to be doing lesson plans for my preschoolers.
You're going to have to think ahead. Yeah. You know, you were so excited about
this.
I am
like excited.
2 weeks ago.
I'm seriously.
Well, and I love you, but I was a little worried about that. I'm like, that's a lot of work to lesson plan
for these children. No,
to lesson plan for the kids.
I'm really excited. I mean, I have a lot of kids at my house.
You're like, there's just kids all the time. There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
Stressful. There's just too many of them.
And all the neighborhood kids are
they're always at my house.
You have a magnet. Your garage door's always open.
Well,
and they go, oh, the garage door's open. The Bradley boys are home. And then everyone floods in through the garage. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Is it?
But so what are you going to do about your lesson plans? Are they going to be able to like steer you in that direction?
Yeah, they have a couple blocks where it's already like zoned, you know, like music time, recess, lunch. So then there's only so many blocks that I have to fill.
And it's only from 9 to 1.
Yeah.
So it's a very short time.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure with a room full of small children, it's going to feel a lot longer, but I'm pumped.
But that's the key, is just to stay busy. Move on to the next exercise.
And I'm so excited. And they have someone that is literally there to help you before school. So, like, if you need help figuring out what your age group should be doing, then they'll meet with you and go over ideas or how to set your day up and stuff like that, because they don't want any teachers to feel like they don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
Like, can you hear me on this?
I know. I feel like it's light. Can you just turn your thing up?
Are we sure I'm 4? No, it's really high. Can you hear
I don't
now?
know. Yeah, that feels good.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, Clayton drove by yesterday. He was like, how'd you like Gravity last night? And I was like, it was great. He's like, well, you know, you were just watching, because I'm working with the youth group now.
Yes.
Which I'm so excited about.
Yeah, so that was night 1.
Yes,
was
that
Wednesday.
was night 1, and it was really cool, and I'm so pumped. But they take a break in August.
Okay.
So pretty much to get all their stuff together for the fall.
Okay.
But he was like, how'd you like it? And I was like, it was really cool, you know. I'm really pumped. And then he was like, and you're working at Second Baptist. And I was like, yes, I am. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So now on Wednesday nights, what age group is that?
I will most likely have 10th through 12th girls.
Grade?
Yes.
Okay, so 10th grade. Okay, so wow. Sophomore, juniors, and seniors.
Oh, you know, my bread and butter.
Oh, wow. You've got a lot of wisdom to pass on. You're like, just focus.
Just focus.
Focus on yourself.
Don't do this. And don't do that. And most definitely don't do that.
Learn from my mistakes.
Learn from my experience.
Thank you, because I was gonna say not mistakes, because you have 3 beautiful children. So it's
beautiful children.
It's not about mistakes.
No,
but yeah, I think they need some guidance.
Yeah.
I needed that when I was that age.
Yeah, and so did I.
And I kind of derailed, Then
Yeah,
I got back on track,
Oh, yeah. You're on the highway and you just pop on over for a little and you just get right back on.
See?
That was me. I took a little detour. There were some roadblocks in my way.
I mean, that's okay. That's what life's all about.
You have to be able to laugh about it. Because
Yes.
if not, then it just seems mean.
Yes, absolutely.
To yourself.
So I do have a thing I was going to talk about was self-care as moms.
Okay.
So
Hit me with it.
what's your idea of self-care as a mom? Like, how do you practice self-care with 3 children?
By myself?
Alone time.
Alone time.
Do you ever take baths?
No, because there's too many toys.
Yeah, I know it's hard. I know I have to scoop all the toys out, and because Parker didn't used to have, because he started taking showers, and then he's like, I don't want to take a shower, I want to take a bath, and then he has all these Legos, and so anyways, I have to clean them all out too.
There's just too much crap.
Well, and I give Frank a bath in there too, so I really have to scrub it out.
I just don't have time for a bath, because if I try to take a bath after they go to sleep, their bathroom is right next to their rooms.
True.
And I just feel like someone's going to wake up while I'm mid-bath.
True, and then you're like, crap, what do I do?
Yeah, no, I think, I work out every day.
Yes.
That's part of my self-care.
100%.
When I can go on walks,
Yes.
it helps. I like to read.
Yes.
Haven't been able to do that very much lately because there's too many of children.
Too many
Not of books.
I was
of
going to say,
children.
it's too many books.
There's too many kids
Yeah.
in my life. But that's okay. And grabbing, I don't even know.
Doing your nails, because you do the red aspen thing.
I do my red aspen, which I had to take them off because they popped off and they're catching on my hair.
I need to do my nails so bad because they're just plain all the time. In fact, my toes are plain too.
Mine are blue.
And I need to do that. See, but I think we've talked about this before. I don't like getting pedicures, but I could do my own pedicure and just
I love getting my feet massaged.
Paint my thing.
And
I like
then you're sitting
massaging,
in the
but it's
massage chair,
it's whenever
it's
they do the
just-
thing and then it tickles your feet and then I jump and it's just not good. But so I was thinking whenever I was putting my mascara on this morning, I've got to start using some lash serum. I have to. And I don't know if which I've heard.
Do you think it's from the extensions?
Well, they always say it's not, but I do feel like they're a little bit damaged from it. Now I take some responsibility because towards the end I started
pulling them
picking.
out.
Well, I did the roll. I rolled them and then they came off. You know what I mean? But I think that damaged it too.
These are killing me today.
Oh no,
They're just hurting. I can't get over it.
Ouchie.
Ouch. Okay.
But yeah, I've got to start using some lash serum. And I've got access to some at work, Latisse. But I also used to use Rodan and Fields, the little lash boost, and that worked really well. So I just, it's all about consistency. Same with my skincare. Do you do skincare?
A little bit.
Like you use a moisturizer and stuff like that? Well, again, I get so many things from work, and I try to do them all because there's so many steps, but I'm like, I'm tired.
My skin is just still...
smooth as a baby's butt
and glowing and
just wait. But that's the thing though, is prevent, because a lot of people, I work in a medical spa, so a lot of people come to us when the damage has already been done. And then they're like, oh, what do I do? I've got all these wrinkles and all that stuff. And then it's you can kind of reverse it, and there's treatments and all that stuff, but it's easier and better if you prevent. Start when you're young and just keep on. SPF.
What should I do for my sunspots?
There's really nothing you can do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're fine.
You could get a laser treatment, and the laser treatment would maybe lighten up the dark skin, and then it would kind of blend it in more.
Oh, I don't want to.
Well, okay, and that's problem number 1. Stop laying out in the sun.
I don't want to. I don't want to be pale anymore.
Then you're going to be all wrinkled up whenever you get older. Also, you don't have this problem, but I started getting Botox when I was 28 because I have those expression lines, it's especially between here. And the lady, again, I go to Tulsa, and I love her to pieces, but I got bruised really bad on my side of my face over here, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I need to probably go get some concealer. But aside from the bruising, it'll go away. I will never live my life probably ever without Botox. And I know that sounds vain, but it makes me feel better. And like, when I say it's bad, like it's bad. Like my lines, because I'm so expressive, like, and I move my head so like a lot, it just settles in a lot more than like people that don't really move their head around. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I get that. That's my form of self-care. But yeah, and I do have the nail thing, like the, what do you call it? It's like shellac, but it's like a little shellac thing I got on Amazon. And I used to do that, but I'm just, not that I'm lazy, but I just don't have time.
I need to order new nails.
Yeah.
But especially for our Florida
makes you
trip.
feel so much better whenever
I know.
you have.
I love, I'm like always like, oh.
Right? Yeah. I know.
my
Whenever I
nails
used
done.
to, anytime I go to the salon and get my nails done, like I used to get those acrylic, you know, which I don't do that anymore, but they used to put the tips on there and then you have like little tips and oh my gosh. And I would like, I loved it whenever I'd like, you know, key, you know what I mean? And I'd be at work like, yeah, I love that sound. I love it. But anyways, it's hard to take care of yourself whenever you're a mom because you're just busy all the time, you know?
Yeah.
And there's and at the end of the day, it's just like,
well, exactly.
And you just want to plop down.
Single mom life, and you're just like, yeah, we're just going to throw in the towel.
No, I mean, that's true, though. That's really hard. Yeah. Now, do you ever go to your parents' house? They have a pool. Do you ever go over there and just, like, chill? But probably not because you have 3 kids.
All my children?
Yeah, probably not. I guess so.
I've been laying out on their grass with my beach chair while they're
You can't be like, hey, you guys just need to stay inside and have your parents keep them inside for, like, 30 minutes and just have a mom time.
No.
You don't think so? I mean, that would be hard to do.
No, and plus now, like, because he has them every other weekend.
That's when you need to be practicing self-care. You got a massage not too long ago.
I did get a massage a few weeks ago.
When it was a male massage therapist, which
I'll just throw that out there.
I don't know that I ever had a male massage therapist.
Well, I don't recommend it.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Again, working in a medical spa. So there's, massage therapists a lot of the time are women. But we had a couple male massage therapists.
He was old, too. Like, I was like, okay, well, this is great. Watch it be like a...
Okay, but was it good?
It was fine, but, like, most massages, you do your whole back, and they flip you over. Like, every massage I've had, whether it was a 45-minute or a 60-minute or a 90-minute, they flip you over, and he didn't. I don't know if maybe it's because he is a man, and they're maybe not allowed to.
No, he's allowed to. Yeah.
Well, then it wasn't as good.
I'm just thinking that's from a time standpoint that he probably did it because of the 45 minutes.
I was going to do a 60-minute, but they were like, oh, we don't have any 60-minute slots until the afternoon. And I'm like, well, I have to get my kids, so I guess just give me a 45-minute slot then.
Oh, man, this is making me want a massage really bad.
I know, right now. But someone come rub my back.
But I've had some lower back pain lately. I'm getting so old. And I actually hurt my neck last night. And I'm like, I can't move my neck. Anyways, so whenever someone calls to book a massage at the spa, we don't tell them if it's male or female because the men never get booked, and the 2 guys that we've had, I think we've only had 2 guys, but they were incredible and they weren't creepy or anything like that. Just like that was their calling in life is to be a massage therapist. And one of them, I think, was even an esthetician too. And it was, bless his heart, he never got booked for facials very often because he was in the military. He was actually like a big burly guy and he was in the military and he had like kind of rough hands. And so he would do facials and then people would complain because, that's on your face and they were burly. But just bless his heart, he was like a big old teddy bear. And he's like, I just like doing facials. I just want to do facials, but nobody wanted him to do their face. It's just so sad. But anyways, so that's why you probably got booked with a guy and they didn't tell you because they didn't want you to cancel. You know what I mean? Because then, he loses out.
I was pulling in.
I
was like,
I know, but
this is great. I just wanted to relax.
But just in the future, just don't overthink it and just don't think about it being a male and just be like, okay, I'm here to relax. I need to like let all my things go and just don't think about who's touching you.
It was funny though because he started like he was like, how are you? And I was like, oh great. They're like, do you want a mimosa? I was like, please, because I really don't like this.
Make it a double. No, I'm kidding.
But he was like, oh yeah, because I said like I have kids, and he was like, oh yeah, there was a mom, and she was like, here, honey, like, take the kids. And he's like, I bet, that was probably you this morning. And I was like,
yes and no. They are with their father, but
I was like, yeah, no, they're with their dad. And it's not
like that. But
not like that.
I mean, but at least you had them with someone else and you were able to go and have that time for yourself, you know. Yeah. I need to have a massage though. Phil and I really want to go get like a couple. Sorry, I don't mean to rub that in, but like a couples massage. So, anyways, I don't know. It's okay. We did that on our honeymoon, but I don't think we've done it since then. But you know, it doesn't really make sense to do a couples massage though, because you're both just laying. It's not like you can talk. You know, you're just like laying there. And I fall asleep half the time. Do you fall asleep when you get massages?
Sometimes.
See, so as an
not this time.
So as an esthetician. Well, I probably still would, though. As an esthetician, whenever you do facials and when people fall asleep, it's like such a compliment because they are comfortable. They're comfortable with you enough to just like let go. And it was like, I'm kidding. I was like, I didn't have to work as hard. I'm like, I could just let you lay here and sleep and you would never know. You would never be none the wiser if I stopped touching. Although I think if you stopped touching them, then they would probably be like, huh? Like, why?
What's happening?
Yeah, like, why'd you stop? But I've had to wake people up before. And I'm like, hi, so your facial's over now. I'm like,
was it a good time?
I'm like, please get up and exit the room. But anyways, okay, so one last thing.
Ooh, okay.
Online dating.
Okay.
So
hit me with it.
I think we know somebody that's online dating. And the topic has come up about, so online dating as a single mom, dating of any kind as a single mom, I can't imagine.
There's some creeps out there.
Well, but there's always been creep. There's always been creeps and there will always be creeps.
Yes, but now you can see the creeps online. It's just like right in front of your face.
Yeah, but you're
like, no. But
you know what, though? Probably, yeah, that's where you need to have a really good sense of character and judgment is judge of character. Because even though they look like creeps, they may be really good guys. I mean, you never know.
I don't know. But
don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, but you want to be attracted to someone.
Oh, 100%.
And if the first picture you're like, no, then that might be terrible, but that's just...
Now, what it comes down to, though, is connection, obviously, when you start to talk to someone, connection.
And what you're wanting in someone.
Well, and again, we talked about this, is like, I was always just like, let's get to the point.
I know. Every time I think about dating, I think about you, like, dinner Friday, lunch, dinner.
Yes.
I'm like, I could never do that.
Because it was just I was just like, let's just get this show on the road. Like, I'm not getting any younger. Like, I'm looking for a husband.
It's the lemon law.
Yeah, it is. And you just know. So, but talking about first dates.
Okay.
So, what's the etiquette? Have you learned? Have you researched this?
No.
Have you asked other people? Do you have anyone in your life that's dating also? Like any other friends?
No.
Everyone's married? You don't have any single friends at all?
Just Becky, but she can't online date yet until her divorce is final.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, now, other than that, everyone else is married.
Abby's not.
No, but
I know she's in a relationship, but she would be a good one to ask.
She doesn't.
Because she's dated more recently than you have.
But she doesn't really date. She just kind of like.
Oh, it's like she just is in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Here's my thoughts.
I have no answers. Like, what do you do? Okay, like in How I Met Your Mother, when Ted's like, she didn't reach for the check. Like, is that a thing?
I do reach for the check. When I was out on first dates a long time ago, I did reach for the check. But I don't think anyone ever made me pay for my own meal.
Well, I feel like
not that I can, remember.
I feel like that'd be really crappy.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
But then there's all this woman empowerment now. And it's like, but I'm not me. Like,
well, yeah, then no, that shouldn't apply to you.
No. But, I don't know. It just.
And I would keep, I don't know. I was going to say, I would keep the first date kind of short and sweet. But at the same time, if you connect, then you'd want to see each other. You want to continue talking or whatever. So, but here's the thing. If you were to be asked on a date earlier in the day, I would have a backup just in case the date isn't going well. What do you do? So I think I said this one time that I had a date that was awful. And because I had a feeling it wasn't going to be good because somebody set us up. And she was like, oh, you're going to like him, blah, blah, blah. And I think I had met him before, but I hadn't ever talked to him. So I had something backed up. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell him I have to meet my sister at 8. And our date was at 6 or whatever. But anyways, I had to use my excuse, and I'm like, all right, well, it's been fun. And it was actually bad because he got mad, and
he got mad.
It was bad. He had some issues. He had some issues, and I should not have been out with him at all. I don't think that's ever. You need to be careful. You need to be careful. But I think it's best to always have an excuse backed up. So that way you're like, hey, I've got to pick up my kids. Or, because here's the thing. I have told guys before, like, hey, I have to be somewhere at a certain time. But then if the date's going well.
Let me call and cancel.
I do. Or I've even come out and told them before, like, that was actually just an excuse. I don't have a plan. I wanted to make sure I had something backed up if this wasn't going well, but I feel like this is going well, so I don't have anywhere to be, so we can continue, our date or whatever. So that's an option too. But don't set yourself up for like, a long date. If they're like, hey, do you want to go have lunch or whatever? Like, yeah, but like I have to be somewhere at 4. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You make dating sound scary.
It can be scary. It can be scary.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's good because then you're just learning more about yourself and you're learning more about what's out there and you're learning more about what you deserve and all that. So I think
I deserve a lot.
But
Just
I
saying.
would not go into it thinking that you're going to be paying for anything. Now, well, I guess it's be prepared just in case. But see, that's something you need to know. Like if he makes you pay, I mean, that's kind of a deal breaker. In my books, I think that's kind of a deal breaker. You're supposed to be wooing the girl on the first date. And again, I think I've mentioned this before that if the guy is worried about money, then he needs to just take you out for a cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. I mean, he doesn't need to be like, oh, yeah, let's go for, a fancy dinner over there at,
I'm not even really into
Top of the Rock or something. And then be like, okay, so let's take 2 checks. Like, I mean, that would be, my mom would say, chintzy. That'd be really chintzy of him.
My mom doesn't have anything to say regarding dating because she met my dad when she was 18.
Well, and you have no say either because of you were married at 18 too, so, But what does she say? What is her perspective of now, like what it should be? And what does your dad say? He's a guy. How does he feel about it? Like he should pay for you or you need to pay for yourself.
I haven't asked.
Well, I think you need to, I really do think if he's a good guy, I think he will pay for you. And if you have to pay for yourself, that's a red flag. And I will say, if he makes you pay for himself or for yourself, he's probably sending you a signal that this didn't go well. And he's trying to push you. He's trying to push you away. That's how I would take it.
Take notes.
That's how I would take it. If he's like, yeah, let's just do 2 separate checks. That's him saying like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this again.
I never thought of it that way.
So.
Well, I haven't been on a date in a long time.
Well, and it's kind of hard because if he makes you pay for it, but then actually reaches out to you later, then I wonder if he would be like, then I don't know. I was going to say if he reaches out to you later, you can't be like, well, why did you make me pay for my own meal? But then you're just going to have to say like, yeah, so I don't know. I'm just not ready now. And then just like give him the,
Isn't that ridiculous though? Like that's where my life's at. That you have to
these are the cards you're dealt. These are the cards you're dealt.
That's what you have to worry about.
Yeah, but these are the cards you're dealt. So you got to make the most of it.
Rolling with the punches.
You do. And
I have been.
I mean,
I've just been rolling along.
So go into your dates thinking very positive, but at the same time, you need to take a picture of their license plate and tell us where you're going, tell us what time you're meeting, and then you always need to have a backup. You always need to have an excuse lined up so that if it doesn't go well, you can bounce. That's what you need to do. And you use the old trick, like, hey, call me at 6:00 and act like you're going to the hospital, and then I'll call you and I'll be like, Megan, my leg broke. I need you to take me to the hospital.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Megan, I'm stuck in a tree. Come get me, hurry. And then that's where you can go like, you know what? I'm okay. And then just hang up.
It's like
that's the old trick.
This means war. He's like, what does he say? Like, 4 rings you're good, 6 you're not, or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Favorite movie. And so he calls and he like holds his phone and he's like, good for you, buddy. And then he meets the same girl at the video store right after. And that's when this means war starts.
Okay. But what's the ring thing?
He like told his friend, he's like, I'll be at the video store down the street. Because the guy, he met her online on an online dating site.
Okay.
So his friend was like, he's like, you haven't done this in a long time. Like, I'll be down the street at the video store.
If you need me.
Yeah. He says something like, 4 rings, you're good. Six, you're not. Or
if
whatever.
you let it ring 4 times,
yeah,
okay, you're good. 6 means what?
Like you're not, like it's bad.
Oh,
type thing.
okay.
And so he holds his phone up, and it rings 7 times.
Okay.
And he goes, "Good for you, buddy."
Oh,
to
okay.
himself, and then the girl
Okay.
goes to the video store afterwards.
Okay.
And he's
then he
like,
meets her.
"Oh goodness."
Oh yeah.
Like, yes,
Okay,
please.
that's good. I need to watch that movie.
Such a good movie. It's my top 3.
You don't want to ask what movie I just watched this weekend. Oh, and I started another series, the Scientology one on Netflix. But this is really bad. But I watched the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. It was pretty intense. I remember watching it before, but I love like 90s. Like, I love almost anything in the 90s, but I love like 90s thrillers. They just
The
give me
90s
life.
thrillers are the best.
Oh, so good. But that
They
one was
have really weird
that one was a
ones.
little twisted. It was a little much for me because it was balancing on horror movie. You know what I mean? And I don't do horror. I like to do like
Did you at least watch it with Phil?
No, he hates stuff like that. If it's not sports or politics, he is not interested.
I cannot watch a scary movie by myself.
Well, I
Because-
watch it in spurts.
Well, because
I watch it on my
like,
lunch break. Whenever I eat lunch, I watch like 15 minutes of it whenever I eat lunch, and then like I'll wait till the next day and I'll watch another 15.
I literally would have to like leave the room if I get too like anxious.
So-
and then I'm like, let me know when it's over.
Yeah. So one more thing, and then we'll have to wrap up. Oh my gosh, 8:20. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Oh, 45 minutes. Crapola. I forgot what I was going to say now because I just realized what time it was. So, anyways, let's have a good weekend. I will not be here next Friday because I'm going to be on a little family getaway.
Okay.
So you'll have to.
Becky, I think, is going to do it with me.
Have I met Becky? Is she here in Rogersville?
She just moved to Rogersville. Holly was the little girl I was watching for a few months. Not Kylie.
I don't know. Okay. Now, but did she go to Rogersville? Like, how did you meet her?
I've known her since I was like 5.
Oh, so you guys didn't go
Our
to school together?
parents were stationed in Washington, D.C.
And
at the
how the
same
heck
time.
did she move to Springfield?
So we're all in D.C. Then because I was obviously born in California. I don't know where they were born. But then my parents got stationed in D.C. Her parents were stationed in D.C. I think we all met at church. And they were in like the same like Bible study group each week. And she's 3 years older than me. And so then we moved to San Francisco. They moved somewhere else. And then they moved to Illinois. And then my parents got stationed in Illinois.
So that's just crazy.
And then my parents moved here. And then she and her sister went to MSU.
Wow.
And then her parents, he's not military anymore. He's something crazy. But they lived overseas. Her parents did for a few years. My parents went and stayed with them when they went to Europe.
Wow.
And then now Becky still lives here.
So
And
that's
her
just
parents
wild, though,
live
that you
in
guys
St.
have,
Louis.
like, because she didn't, like, it's not like she grew up here or anything. It's like you guys just totally.
It was like, and the funny thing is, our maiden names are the same.
That's weird.
Cunningham.
That's really weird. Are you sure she's not your sister? I'm kidding.
No. But that's something it's always
You're like,
funny.
Mom and Dad, you have some explaining to do.
Molly's not my only sister. What's funny, though, is Becky's older sister, Ari. She taught me how to play piano growing up.
Oh.
She gave me piano lessons.
You can play piano?
Yes.
Well, maybe not anymore.
It's been
It's a little
a
rusty.
few minutes.
Yeah.
But
Well, that'll be fun. So she'll be on here next.
yes.
Friday.
So she's like, okay, I'll do it. I was like, I need someone.
Yeah.
She's like, okay.
That'll be fun.
So,
That'll be good.
We'll
Well,
see.
I had some trivia, but I'll have to save it for next time.
okay, 2 weeks.
So, yeah, 2 weeks.
Don't forget.
Oh, nope. Well, you're going to be in Florida.
I leave the 8th.
Oh, never mind. You'll
So
be
we'll
here
have another one. And then that
on
week,
the 5th.
maybe will do the show with you when I'm gone.
The mom show?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know who. I'll have to figure that out,
What
too.
about your mom?
She ain't gonna. She has to work. I mean,
Oh.
she usually has to be at work at like 7:30 in the morning. But we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Have a good weekend, you guys.
I always get nervous.